Shalom. I want to, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, all glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Right? So I got a topic. As you can see, it's the spirit of belief, man. The spirit of faith, you know. Ultimately, which has to be in you, which has to, be given to you by the Most High God, right? Yahweh. To constantly endure this fight that we got to go through, being tried as gold, right? You Israelites. And honestly, this goes for the brothers and the sisters, man. Because I know brothers, we have different job requirements than the sisters do, but ultimately we all got to go through that fire of adversity, no matter what your walk is, whether it's the wife or the husband or the man or the woman, right? So the point is, the spirit of belief has to be inside of you, right? The Most High has to put that in you. And also, right, to constantly feed that spirit, right? You got to constantly read, study, teach, go out on the highways and byways. Make sure you're doing the will of your Heavenly Father, man, right? And that's how you constantly feed that spirit and keep it going, because it's like like unto a fire that's inside of you, right? Imagine you got a candle on the inside, and and you got to constantly do things to keep that fire lit. You got to constantly nourish it, you got to make sure it doesn't go out. Keep on putting oil on the fire, especially when you on the grill. You got to, sometimes you got to give it that splash of gas, right? That's what you got to do with that spirit of belief, man. You got to sometimes, I try to do it every day, but you got to pray to not have that spirit taken from you, man. Because the Most High God will, if you constantly not bearing fruit, He come year after year, month after month, week after week, and you not doing nothing, you still just sitting on what the Most High done gave you, right? Eventually, He's going to take it away. So you got to pray, you got to take hold, of that thing. It has to be precious to you, man. It has to be precious to you. Because if all that you learn, right, all that you've done in this truth, right, if you just think that you're good straight off of that, you're going to fall, man. That thing is going to be taken away from you. So you got to constantly nourish it. You have to look at it as if it's your most prized possession. What do you do when you got that golden chain or whatever, something that's so prized to you, right? You take good care of it. You make sure, you hide it away, it doesn't get dirty, or, you just constantly, clean it, or whatever you do, right? You cherish that thing. That's how you have to be with this spirit of belief, man. That's how you have to be with this truth. Because if the Most High takes that away from you, you're finished. You're finished. And you can't blame that on other people. Well, this person isn't teaching me anymore. I'm not in that situation where I used to be, where I could learn. You can say all that. The Lord ain't trying to hear that, man. Because you got videos on the internet. You got brothers out in the highways and byways teaching. You can get down with brothers, whatever, man. The Lord is not trying to hear no excuses, right? You got the same 24 hours I got, right? So it's time to use them wisely. And I'm not saying or speaking like I'm the brother, that's doing everything right. You know what I mean? Because a righteous man falleth 7 times. But I know, me personally, I'm trying my hardest, right? I'm trying every day, to constantly never let that spirit be taken from me. I pray to the Most High, right? And if for some of you brothers who don't know, right, is a prayer that you could pray, to the Most High. I mean, you could just simply just ask, but, it's something that I like to do. Psalms 51, right? And I honestly start from verse 9, and then I go all the way down like to 13, right? But here, I'm going to read it for you. Psalms 51 and 10. Create in me a clean heart, O Yahweh, and renew a right spirit within me. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me. So you praying to the Most High to not take that spirit from you, because that's something precious to you, right? I don't want that taken from me, because if the Most High takes that from me, I'm finished, man. That's more precious than me than gold, money, anything, man. Anything on this earth, family, everything. This is the most precious thing in the world to me, man. Right? This truth, serving the Most High, doing what He tells me to do, man. And if it's not the most precious thing to you, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be tempted to something that's more precious than this truth to you, right? And you're going to go after those things because your foundation is not set, man. Your heart is not set on serving the Most High, right? So you're going to be casted out, and you're going to go away on those things, right? It says, restore unto me the joy of thy salvation, and uphold me with thy free spirit. What's the Lord's free spirit, man? This truth shall set you free, right? Knowing this truth, believing it, doing it, right? Not being held bondage to these different societies ways, no matter where you at, whether you over there on the west coast of Africa, UK, wherever you at, right? Though, like to that, not being bound to that society's standard of how you should live and how you should be, and where your mind should be at, right? This truth sets you free, man, right? So praise to the Most High, continue to give me that free spirit, right? Because with that free spirit of knowing the truth, right, and doing what He tells you to do, you're one step closer to salvation, right? You got a shot, right? Now, ultimately, we know that the 144 and the 1/3 are already predestined, but you don't know, you might be it. Then will I teach transgressors thy ways, and sinners shall be converted unto thee. So when the Most High constantly keeps that spirit in me, then I can go out and see fit to bring my brothers in or my sisters in and teach them, right? And show them, the things that the Most High has, given to me, and ultimately plant that seed in them so that way they can get raised up. And shoot, I pray that they greater than me. You know what I mean? I'm not, forget that hating spirit where, shoot, man, I don't want to teach this brother something because, man, forget that, man. If this brother, if it's destined for him to be greater than me, then, shoot, all praise to the Most High, I had a part in that. You feel me? And that's what type time I'm on. And that's the type time you should be on, right? So let me just grab another one, right? Because this is why we should take this thing precious, because, great tribulation is about to come on the earth, man, right? Now, when you digging into these prophecies, having the spirit of Yahweh Shah, which is the spirit of prophecy, right? So prophesying the downfall of this kingdom. You should be in that type of mindset. So this is why you need to hold fast to the spirit of belief, man, and pray that the Most High never takes it from you. Because in those days where tribulation comes upon the earth, many people will die. And I don't want it to be, if you really listen and you a sincere brother, I don't want it to be you, or sincere sister. I don't want it to be you. So you got to constantly buckle down and get into these scripts. Enough with sitting on your ass. Enough with thinking that, all right, I got some money now, from Esau, so I'm cool, I can fall back. No, it's time to go hard. It's time to turn up that spirit and rev up that engine. You feel me? So let's get it. 2 Ezra chapter 5:1. Nevertheless, right, as coming the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in great number. So those who dwell on the earth, right? It's not just talking about in America. It's just talking about the whole earth, right? Many people are going to die in these last days, man. You got many plagues, like these missiles about to come. You got all these different plagues, famine, death, people dying by the sword. Oftentimes with us living in America, we don't really hear about things that's going on around the world, but it's a lot of chaos and, turmoil and tribulation all around. Look at in Venezuela. They don't even care about that money over there. I seen a picture on Facebook where they got a basket full of like money stacked like this, right? You know how brothers usually got the phone, the money to their ears. I'm talking about stacks of money like that, just in baskets, because it means nothing over there. You understand what I'm saying? That's what's coming to these shores of America, man, and to the shores of a lot of the surrounding countries, man. So if you don't have, right, the spirit of belief, if the Most High is not with you, dealing with you in that type of way, then you're going to be taken, and what 2 Ezra chapter 5:1 says, that, right, that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, right? So the way of truth is going to be hidden from a lot of you people, right? And the land shall be barren of faith. So as you can see now, the land is faithless, man. Like, people take great pride in all these other things besides the way of truth, right? Oh yeah, blackity black, my brother. Egyptology, the black woman is God. Nigga adapt me up on that. But as soon as I say, no, the black man is a God, is a God, right? Right? Nah, bro, I don't know about that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, I like my blackity black queen, you know, or something like that, right? Just everything else that's folly in this earth is set at great dignity, man. Like, you know, I could say some foolishness, man. Yeah, man, I'm getting to this bag, you know, F these hoes or whatnot. You know, a brother adapt me up on that. But let me tell him about the curses in Deuteronomy 28 and how our people are the chosen people of God. A brother ain't trying to hear that. Yeah, I'll talk to you later, bro. You know, or he ain't trying to get down with that, right? So it shall be, the way of truth shall be hidden. This land shall be barren of faith, right? So, and we can see that being played out. And it's time now. Look around, right? And if you can't see, it's because you do not have the spirit of belief. The Most High isn't it, you know, taking those blinders off your eyes so that way you can see. So be thankful for having the truth, knowing the truth, and being one of the men or women that the Most High is using to, you know, just you know, push the truth out in these last days. You know, more so than men, because you know the men, we out there worn out on, you know, on the streets, you know, on the highways and byways. And, you know, sisters do a great part too, you know, especially with making brothers garments and, you know, supporting the brothers, you know what I mean? Like, so, you know, big ups to them as well. But this is the time you really want to be thankful for having this truth, man. I mean, get it. And you don't want to be lukewarm, you know? You want to constantly rev that spirit up. And if you feel like, you know, where life beats us up and, you know, you get a little down, but that is the time to buckle down and pray. And I'm telling you, if you pray to the Most High and you asking for more faith, hey, Public Shah, you know, rev up my faith, rev up my spirit, you know, give me a fervent spirit. The Most High is going to do that for you if you believe and if you ask in the name of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, man, his son. That's Jesus Christ in the Hebrew, man. You know, so you got to act and you have to believe that he's going to do it. And I promise you, he will do it. You know, as long as you trying to live a righteous lifestyle to the best of your ability, man. You know. So let me get that Revelations 3:15. Y'all know this. I know that it works, and it's like I know that it works that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou were cold or hot, right? So I would that you were, like, you know, on fire for this truth, or just all the way out of it, doing some wickedness, right? So then, because thou art lukewarm, neither cold nor hot, so you in the middle, you kind of coasting, right? So you in the truth, you know you an Israelite, but you ain't really, you know, trying to, you know, push this word out. Think about it like this, right? If you were that kind of in the middle, brother, right? If everybody was doing what you did, right? Or it's like you're doing what you do right now, right? Being in the middle, kind of coasting, will we be closer to the end? Because this truth has to be pushed out to the elect. This truth has to be pushed out to our people. So if you just sitting on your ass, right, thinking everything cool, how is this work gonna get done, man? How are we gonna get up out of here? And you so anti-camp or whatever, right? You cast this anti-camp, right? How, like, you know, you worried about, you know, your careers and making it big in Esau's kingdom, man. Man, chalk all that. I don't care about that. That's not what my heart is at. You know, labor not to be rich. I'm cool with just being content in this society, making my bread, making sure I got enough for me and my fam, and we good. You know, make it so that way I can still do the work and focus on the work of the Most High God, Yahweh. I'm cool with that. I'm cool. And that's where you need to be mentally. And if the Lord bless you with some extra, then cool. All praise to the Most High. Call Elohim like Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, right? So this is the thing. This is the mindset you need to be on, right? So because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. So the Lord is going to spew you out because, you know, you're not profitable, right? You constantly like say, yeah, bro, we gotta do right. Yeah, we're gonna be on it. Man, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, you know? Because honestly, that's just the spirit I'm in now. Because, you know, the Most High is going to take guys out like that, you know? Like guys is like that. The Most High is going to take them out, man, and they're going to die a grievous death, man. You know, the Lord done gave you the truth. It's better that you didn't even come in this truth, like, you know, like it says in Peter, right? So I think it's 2 Peter, where it says it's going to be better for the man that never even came in the truth than the man who came in the truth but fell out. You know, put your hand to the plow and then you look back, right? You saw what you was. You desired that old man that you used to have, right? You used to do the work. You used to war for the truth, but now you're not no more. You focused on other things. You done set your heart on other things. This is not your main priority. This ain't your main squeeze no more, right? So the Lord is going to take guys out like that, right? How do we know that? How do I know I'm not just saying that out my mouth? Revelations 3:16. He said he's going to spew you out of his mouth. You're not profitable anymore, right? Like the master who comes to that tree year after year of not bearing fruit, he going to cut that thing down, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, damn, the fuck? Like, if I honestly would do the same thing. If I'm watering the plant and I'm putting all this work in and watering it, making sure it's getting the proper nutrients and it ain't growing, I'm cutting that thing down. I'm going to deroot it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to put something else down. You see what I'm saying? Right? So just want to get into, you know, some of the things that's going to be happening in these last days of time to get your mind prepared, right? So you can be thankful that you have the spirit of belief and constantly endure through these troubling times coming ahead, right? And also, you know, because the scripture says, you know, through the terror of the Lord we persuade men. So to show you, it's some bad times that's going to come on this earth, and if you don't rev up that spirit, if you're not, you know, trying to constantly increase your spirit, let your spirit wax stronger and stronger, then you're going to be taken to some of these things that I'm going to read to you, right? 2nd Ezra chapter 16, right? The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth, right? Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward. Even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again, right? So the earth, right? It's about to be hit with mad plagues, famine, the sword, death, right? Destruction. You know, all these different things are about to come upon the earth. And who are you, right? Just being a mere man. How you going to turn those things away? How is America going to turn those things away? Or all the neighboring countries? How are they going to turn these things away being mere men, right? So these are the things coming on the earth. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 7. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days, right? So this is what people are going to be saying, right? Woe is me. They're going to be in that woe is me type spirit. You know, just crying, hands on their loins, you know, just some pitiful case, man. Just some pitiful case, right? Now, how do you get delivered from those things, right? You have to be done. You have to have the Most High dealing with you, right? And in order to have the Most High dealing, inevitably, you know, the Most High, you know, just got to choose you, right? And has to be predestined, but you got to constantly endure. And if you're blessed to have that spirit of belief, to know your Israel, to know these scriptures, to have wisdom, knowledge, understanding, to still have somewhat of a fervent spirit right now, amp it up, you know, because the Most High, he says he will protect you in those days. You know, his servants will eat, his servants will drink, right? And you have to have faith in that. You got to believe. That's the thing. You have to believe it, man. Because like sometimes like you'll pray and it's like, if you really don't believe, like you ain't really going to feel it. But that time you praying and you like, you know what I mean? You know, you just believe that thing. It start happening. You like, damn, the Most High is amazing. He's real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that you doubt that he's real, but it's just like before your eyes, it's like ever so clear, right? So let me keep reading. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. So all these things that you're seeing right now, this is just the beginning, right? You got the race riots, you know, about to pop off. You got the riots over here in Philly. You know, they just got finished looting back with the George Floyd thing. You know, you got America on the brink of World War III. Yeah, you know, you got food shortages. You got plenty of people on unemployment. A lot of jobs aren't opening back up. So people, you know, are about to get evicted and different things like that. You got all these things just brewing. It's going to continue to get worse and worse, right? It's a lot. It's going to continue to get worse and worse, right? So what you have to do is, right, you have to constantly endure, right? And you got to pray for a more fervent spirit and you know, and do the work of your Heavenly Father, do the work of the Most High, right? So that way you don't want to get caught up in these things. And it says, mournings in the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evil. So all these things are the beginning of evil. What shall I do when these evils come? That's what you're going to be asking yourself, man. Damn, what am I going to do when these evils come? What are you going to do when famine strikes on the earth? You know, what are you going to do when you ain't got enough food to eat, right? You know, and your baby crying, mama, daddy, you know what I mean? What are you going to do? You got brothers running around in the streets, people running around in the streets, popping each other, taking their, taking what other men have for the lack of bread thereof, right? What are you going to do, right? Because I know personally, and I ain't afraid to say it, I ain't going to make it if the Lord ain't with me, you know? I will not make it. Me and my family will not make it if the Lord ain't with me, right? The Lord ain't with us, we ain't going to make it. So this is why I put my trust and my faith all in the Most High, man, because I can't do it without Him, right? I'm dependent upon Him, right? And any man that tells you that he can make it and he don't need God, he's a damn lie, man. Don't trust that brother, right? Behold, 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment, right? So all these different things, right? So what does it say? Famine and plagues, right? So famine, hunger and disease, scarcity of food, right? Tribulation and anguish, right, are sent for amendment, right? So to help change you, right? You know, you got to go through these things so that way you can change, right? All these are sent as scourges for amendment, troubles, right? That's what scourges mean, troubles, right? Verse 20. But for all these things, they shall not turn away their wickedness, nor be mindful of the scourges, right? So even with all these things happening upon the earth, you can see all these different things happening. People will still not turn away from their wickedness, man. They'll still, constantly, honestly, they'll increase in their wickedness, right? And you can see that in these last days of time, man. People are just increasing their wickedness instead of just seeing, damn, COVID-19 popping off. You know what I'm saying? America shut down. America's $27 trillion in debt. Damn, they not coming back from that. What? Oh my gosh, evictions, race wars, whew, wars and rumors of all these different things. You should be able to see these things. And you know what? Let me repent. Let me hear what that brother's saying, because, he coming straight out the scriptures. He coming straight out the Bible. So why am I so against it? Because the Most High is giving you the spirit of unbelief, right? And you see it's predestined, it's prophesied right here, right? In 2 Ezra, that even when all these things happen upon the earth, what's going to happen? Many, many men and women are still going to increase in their wickedness and continue in their wicked ways, man. You see what I'm saying? Verse 21, behold, victuals shall be good and cheap upon the earth. They shall think themselves to be in good cases. And even then shall evils grow. See, then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. So, right, wickedness is just going to continue to rise and rise, right? So with all these great victuals upon the earth, so things being cheap, right? You go into the different Macy's stores, or department stores, and all these things are on sale. Everything is cheap, right? Because these businesses are closing down. It's a lot. All these businesses are closing down, right? So they just trying to make whatever money they can before they close down, right? So they selling things at, at discounted price. So you thinking that you in good case. Why? Because these things are cheap upon the earth. Everything is at a discounted rate right now. But what's going to happen? Let's read it again. It says, they shall think themselves to be in good case. Even then, shall evils grow upon the earth. Sword, so meaning people dying by the gun, right? Pop, 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 pop. And even by an actual sword, somebody might chop somebody down, right? Famine, so people gonna be so hungry, not gonna have no food to eat. People gonna be eating their babies just like they did back in 70 AD, right? And great confusion. People aren't going to know what to do in those days, because if you do not have the Lord, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is the stability of the time, right? So we're going to be stable because of the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that the Most High gave us, and ultimately because the Most High is dealing with us, right? Now, Lord willing, I'm a part of that 144,000, so I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be cool if I am a part of that 144, and which I pray that I am, But all I can do is make my calling and my election sure. Constantly do the work of the Most High, Constantly endure. Constantly fight, constantly pray that my spirit of belief is not taken from me. You see what I'm saying? So it says, verse 22, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine. So many people going to die of hunger. And that is like, it's like I forgot what the script at. You know, the brother brings it out all. This one brother brings it out all the time. It is like, it's better to die by the sword than to die by famine, because if you die by famine, right, essentially your body's eating away at itself. You're dying, like you get your headaches, you know, you just feel weak. Whereas though with the sword, you just, somebody pop you in the head and you done for in a matter of minutes, you know, or seconds. So, you know, I'd rather go out that way than die by hunger. So that's a bad joint, right? That's a bad way to go out. So it says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth, right, shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So those of you who escape the famine, the sword is going to destroy you, right? Especially if the Most High is not with you, right? You're gonna get caught up and you're gonna die. And you know, I don't want that for my people, but I understand that 2/3 of my people have to die. You know, Zechariah 13:8, right? So that's just facts, you know. And you know, I want what the Most High wants, you know. But you know, I want that. I want, you know, whoever's listening in truth and sincerity, I want you to be one of the 144. For the women to be one of the 1/3, man. I want that. I sincerely want that. But you know, if you don't have the spirit of belief, then I'm here to tell you straight up, straight facts, you ain't making it. So you got to rev up that spirit, man. Verse 23, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. So yeah, man, ain't nobody gonna be here to comfort you. You know, you're gonna be looking for these type of videos, these words that brothers is, you know, taking the times out their day, you know, doing the work of the Lord, for all glory to the Most High God Yahweh, to come out and give the word to you, to comfort you, right, to exhort you, you know what I mean, to help boost up your faith, help rip up your spirit, right? Because we all need that, right? So you're not going to have these words of comfort. You know, the Most High is going to take us off the streets in those days, right? The famine of the word is coming, right? Now the famine of bread. 2nd Ezra 16:33. The virgin shall mourn, having no bridegroom. You know what? Let me just skip down to the because the video looking a little long at like 27 minutes right now. I just want to get to the points. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 73. Right, all right, no. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 39. Even so shall the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. It's like even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side. So look in America, look at how it's going on, right? Be a watchman, right? See what's going on every side. America is troubled. These nations, especially America, is troubled on every side. You got race wars, you got COVID-19, right? You got all these different things that's happening in America right now, right? You got World War III about to pop off, right? You got the elections, you know, things are just going crazy. People be getting evicted, famine, shortages of food, right? You got all these troubles on every side, and you're still telling me that we're not in the last days, or things aren't about to pop off. You're sadly mistaken, man. These pains are, what does it say? Salakia. These sorrows shall come upon it on every side, right? The plagues are not slack, right? So the plagues that the Lord is sending upon the earth, they're not slack. They're coming swiftly, man. You know? Just like a woman when she's giving a baby and those contractions start coming quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker until the baby be delivered, right? Where that baby that's about to be delivered, and those plagues are the contractions, right? Eventually they start, you know, coming little by little. Now when they start coming, they just start rolling out. You see what I'm saying? So that's what that's talking about. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. So this is what's going on for the brothers that's in the truth, sisters that's in the truth, that's really warring for the truth, right? And playing in their respective roles. You know, you're being tried as gold is tried, right? Through adversity, through the furnace of adversity, right? This is how you know you're the Lord's chosen, right? Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. So the Lord is going to deliver us in those days, as long as you stay faithful, as long as you keep that spirit of belief and keep doing what the Most High requires of you, right? So keep doing that. The Lord will deliver you, but you have to have faith. You have to have that spirit of belief. If you don't, the Lord is going to take you away in those days, because many, a great number of people shall be taken. You see what I'm saying? Verse 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 75. Be not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide. So the Most High is going to guide you in those days. He's going to protect you. He's going to watch over you. So have faith, have the spirit of belief, right? And then when you see these things happening, I'm gonna just hit you with this, because everybody thinks that, you know, oh, you Hebrew Israelites, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all conspiracy theorists, y'all bugged out, da-da-da-da-da. No problem, because when those things happen, when the famine of the word come, this is what you're gonna say. Ezekiel 33 and 33. And when this come to pass, so all the things I just said to you today, right? When this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. So the Bible's telling you it will come, right? Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them, right? So this is how you know that brothers on the highways and byways doing these videos, right? Constantly trying to exhort you brothers and sisters, right? Telling you brothers and sisters what's going to happen in these last days, and to get ready and prepare yourself, right? You're going to know that a prophet have been among you, because what does it mean? To prophesy, to say before, speak before, right? And we've been saying these things for years now. You see what I'm saying? And now that they actually coming to pass, you see, right? And some of you still don't see. But when it really shit hits the fan, you're going to see and say, damn, them Israelites really were prophets. So with that, I'm going to say shalom and death to America, man.